Member for Swan.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. It is a pleasure to stand here as the proud Labor member for Swan, someone that has probably more than 15 years of experience working in the corporate sector, someone that started her career in steelcap boots on a mine site. And the thing that I would say is that the Albanese Labor government fundamentally understands what we need to do for our country, but also what we need to do for organisations and companies, but also what we need to do for workers. And that is exactly what this Future Made in Australia bill does. So I am thrilled to be talking here, not just as the daughter of a metal worker, not just as an engineer, but as a proud Australian. And I'm a proud Australian that knows what we are capable of. This bill is not just about vision. This is about tangible actions, and we have the ability to seize the moment right here. Our goal is clear. To put it simply, we want Australians in good, secure jobs, building things right here in Australia. This is not a dream. This is the cornerstone of Labor's Future Made in Australia Act. This is a pivotal moment in our history. The world is undergoing the biggest industrial transformation it has seen since the Industrial Revolution, and this comes with both opportunities but also significant risks. It is important for this parliament to recognise that the global movement towards net zero is a changing world, and we have the ability to either seize the moment and embrace the opportunities, or alternatively be left behind. By building a more diverse and strong economy powered by clean energy and by creating secure, well-paid jobs, Australia can stay an important player in the global economy during this transition. If we do nothing, Australia risks being left behind. Australian workers will lose, Australia will lose, but let's be honest, the world will lose. The pathway to net zero emissions runs right through our backyard. As the Prime Minister said back in April, there is a race for jobs and opportunity on, and it is a global race, and Australia must be in it to win it. We must be in it to win it. Because if we don't, if we fail to act now, we won't even reach the finish line. The race will be over before we get started. And that's exactly what would happen if we left it to the coalition. Because for a decade, when it came to manufacturing, we stood still. And then we started moving backwards. And we are bearing the cost of that lack of vision and the lack of action by the coalition. We need to seize this moment. We can lead the charge, ensuring that our industries thrive and that secured, well-paid jobs are created, not just in our big cities, but also in our regional and industrial heartlands. Australia can't have a resilient economy if we only rely on sheep, wheat and dirt. By going up the value chain, and when we sell our exports for more, we increase the complexity of our commodities and our export markets. And what this also means is that we have more secure jobs. We are less vulnerable to the changes in commodity prices. And let's be honest, this has real tangible impacts in people's families, in their homes, and what it's about is job security. My dad was a proud fitter and turner. He probably picked up his trade when he was 16 years old. He worked for more than 4 decades as a proud tradesperson. My parents, out of all the countries in the world, moved to Australia, ended up in Kalgoorlie, and my dad ended up at Canberra, a nickel mining town. And the thing that I know is what we've seen is that when commodity prices go down, people lose their jobs en masse. And my heart goes out to the nickel workers that are experiencing this right this moment. And what we need to do as a nation is actually increase our value of what we sell so we can actually sell our products for more and actually have more secure jobs. This is something that's really important to people all across Australia, including the people in my electorate of Swan. These are people who rely on manufacturing for their livelihoods. A secure job for them and their children is what is important to thousands of people who work in manufacturing in my electorate. In the 2021 census data revealed that over 4,000 people are directly employed by manufacturing in Swan. That's workers, their families, reliant on thriving and a prosperous industry for their security and their future. These are workers like steel fabricators who work at Phoenix Metal Form in Welshpool, an industrial suburb in my electorate of Swan. Phoenix Metal Form is one of Australia's leading providers of sheet metal building products and sheet metal fabrication in Perth in Western Australia. The team at Phoenix Metal Form use innovative technologies to manufacture high-quality products in the heart of Swan. These are bread and butter of our manufacturing base, and I am here to support them. This government believes in a future made in Australia. That belief drives us to act swiftly, putting in place programs and reforms that will diversify our economy, build sovereign capability, and create a pipeline of well-paid jobs now and into the future. The focus of the Albanese government is on supporting more businesses like Phoenix Metal Form to invest, grow and innovate. We have faith in Australian ideas, in Australian workers, Australian scientists and Australian businesses. We need to make more things here. We know that we can make more things here. We are a smart country. We are also a hard-working country. We know that we have all the right ingredients that we need right here. Our people, our capability and our natural resources to compete with the best in the world. The Future Made in Australia legislation is designed to unlock private sector investment, building a stronger, more diversified and resilient economy powered by renewables. Deputy Speaker, the bill represents a large pro-manufacturing package in Australian history. It has been crafted to ensure that Australia captures the benefits of the massive shifts happening globally. At the heart of this package is the new National Interest Framework, which is a robust sector assessment process. It's in the bill in order to help the Australian government make smart public investments that trigger large-scale private investment for the benefit of the country. It's designed to evaluate industries that can significantly cut emissions at a good cost where Australia could lead the way in the long term. It also focuses on sectors where building up local expertise is the key to keeping our economy strong and secure. Also at the heart of this bill is the establishment of the community benefit principles that will guide all future Made in Australia initiatives. These principles will be used to boost investment in local communities, support Australian industries, strengthen supply chains and develop skills. They also aim to promote diverse workforces, secure jobs and ensure that tax laws are indeed followed. Decision makers will apply these principles to every future Made in Australia initiative and make sure that they are enforced properly, including those detailed in the plans. These measures will ensure that our investments align with our national interest, particularly in critical areas such as solar panels and battery supply chains. We will invest heavily in these sectors under the Economic Resilience and Security stream of the Future Made in Australia Act, because it is in our national interest to do so. This legislation isn't just about the big end of town. It's about working hand in hand with the supply chain, with small and medium enterprises, with engineering firms that employ apprentices and tradies, and the very people who do the hard work in the sector. It's about ensuring these industries have the initiatives they need to deliver good local jobs, particularly in industrial centres where resources and energy capabilities are strong. Australia's history as a resource powerhouse gives us a unique advantage as we move into this economy. And if you think about it, we've got the resources above the ground with our amazing solar resources and our wind resources, but we also have the geological resources below the ground. As 97% of our trading partners move to net zero emissions, Australia must adjust or risk falling behind. If we get it right, if we adopt a Future Made in Australia approach, we can capture this advantage, lift up the value chain and secure our place as a renewable energy superpower. I'm excited to see the interest in hydrogen and low-cost renewable energy for the industry. I realise that those opposite think that the hydrogen industry is maybe a joke or fake news. Let me tell you, it is not. It is really important that we have a look at this, because what we're looking at is energy density for us to be able to move heavy industries such as mining trucks. Who knows what the possibilities are for this, but we need to look at net zero emissions possibilities to continue our resource sector. The Albanese government is committed to working with businesses and industry to deliver the best outcome for local communities, starting right here in places such as Gladstone. Our legislation is clear and it is carefully outlined. At its core, it introduces production tax credits for firms that manufacture within the scope of the scheme. This is actually smart practice. This is pretty exciting. Industry is very excited to hear about it, and I can tell you that West Australian companies are very excited about it, and this is the way that the world is moving. Whether it's critical mineral processing, iron processing or steel production, eligible firms will receive tax credits when they produce here in Australia. This is a crucial step in moving Australia up the value chain and creating good jobs in our regions and outer suburbs. This is a government that believes in a future made in Australia. If I think of the history of the resource sector, we have managed to do innovation and capability in some of the harshest conditions in the world. Being able to do technical problems and work out how you liberate minerals in a really remote and isolated community is tough, but we worked out how to do that. And you know what? The complex challenges that we have facing us are tricky, but I have faith that Australia has the capability to solve them. I commend the government's commitment to build a future made in Australia, a future that with strong and diverse economy, a future that provides greater opportunity and job security for everyone, not just a few. And I call in everyone in this House to get behind Australia's manufacturing future and support the creation of more secure, well-paid jobs. Failing to do so means more of the same. It means going backwards, not forwards, where we need to be. Together, we can build a future where our economy is stronger and our communities are thriving and our jobs are secured and well paid. This is why I commend the bill to the House, and I encourage members in the House to all get behind it. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. So the